Hi everyone. We are a little bit early. Since spring has sprung, these routines are forever changing. So I'm sorry I didn't even get a chance to give you guys a heads up. But I hope that you're enjoying your Sunday. I hope you're enjoying your Mother's Day. I hope that you're getting signs and symbols from your moms that you're missing. It can be a really beautiful day. It could be a very challenging day. So I hope that you took the time that you needed for you today. All right. So I'm excited to see what's in store. If you're watching this on replay, let me know that you're here on replay. This is our general card read from May 10th through to the 16th. Crazy. And we're off. I don't know what's going on. There, my lips are chapped outside. They're probably sunburned, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I'm excited. Is there anything that I need to remind you guys of? Well, you know, we're almost less than a month away for the Dartmouth show. So if you're in the Halifax area, I'm up in Dartmouth doing a Messages from Spirit in-person event for June 6th. And then June 19th, I'm in Sydney, Nova Scotia for in-person messages event. So that's kind of what we have in the near future. Thank you, Paula. Same to you. Thank you, Corinne. Same to you. And these, like, you know, I feel like month is May is flying by. I'm excited to see what's in store. I am so here for these vibes. The bit of sunshine and the kids being outside and just like the relief that this past week has brought in with that energy change. I know last week in the weekly guidance, we talked about, we just got to make it to Wednesday and things lift. And it certainly did. And Wednesday was indeed the day that I felt the lift. And I feel like with Wednesday, I was so teary. Like it was like my soul and my body was feeling the relief of the energy change and just like having that kind of exhale, which has been really, really welcomed, really nice and really welcomed. So I hope that you guys are feeling that as well. I know it's always like a bi-layer, like a trickle effect with that feeling that relief. It's also a conscious decision. So again, if you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I never feel these things, let's do a little bit of self-reflection and go, okay, where am I out of alignment? Am I attached to other belief systems? Am I not making the time to process, slow down, journal, release, et cetera, et cetera. And so there's always self-accountability to everything, right? And so what parts am I playing? What parts am I playing? And it's a really wonderful habit to bring in, not as a pointing the finger, not as the blame game, but as what parts am I playing that I have control over changing that can change my day-to-day experience or, you know, my belief systems. Am I in my own way? Because if that's true, guess what? You have control to change that. How amazing is that, right? Like, it's not a criticism. It is showing you your power, right? Showing you your power. So I do have 5 cards. I'm excited to see what's in store. Like I said, this is from today, May 10th through to the 16th. Hopefully we're just growing with that sense of relief and sense of forward motion that I know we're also welcoming in. Yeah, and that's exactly it. There is a lot of, there is the need for grounding. So you may find yourself one day grounded, next day a little bit untethered. Sometimes that comes in as anxiety. Sometimes that comes in as frantic. Sometimes that comes in as like mindlessness, right? Like I know when I am untethered, ungrounded, I am stubbing my toes, catching my clothes on the doorknobs, forgetting things, feeling like there's not enough time in the day, can't think of thought, right? And just being very untethered, we have the ability to center and ground and bring down. And so because there does seem to be a lot of earth-bound changes this week as a result from the external, the cosmic, the energy shifts, the planetary shifts, it is important for us to be mindful of how we're feeling in moment to moment. All fire cards coming out. So an amazing opportunity, be bold and courageous and optimistic. Now is the time to take action. Things move very quickly, but you do need to stand in your power. And what Spirit just said to me, and I thought, oh, that is so good. So many people worry about, they don't like the wander, right? Not knowing exactly where we're going or how it's coming in. Spirit just said, what do you want? What do you want? Not just what is coming in for you, but what do you want to come in for you? And I thought, ooh, and that can be, maybe we're having negotiations. Maybe we're applying to new jobs. Maybe we're taking inventory on the relationships that we are partaking in. Maybe we are contemplating moving or not moving, or doing renos or not doing renos, Paula, right? You're not alone. What do you want? Right? That's setting intentions. And oftentimes we as humans, we're fearful of even going there and even letting ourselves think that, because we're worried that what if I don't get it? What if I don't get it? Right? Therefore, I'm not even going to want it, which is just working against you, right? It's just working against you. And so having this bit of moment that gives you clarity on negotiations, that gives you clarity on decision making, that gives you clarity on, you know, the choices that you're going to make one step at a time moving forward. And so figuring out your intention is going to give you the blueprint, right? It's us, we feel lost when we don't know, and it's not, and I understand we don't always get to know where we're going and how it's coming in. But if you have a goal, if you know what you want, and you're welcome to some version of that, then you're opening yourself to it, right? But oftentimes we don't even allow ourselves to want it out of fear of not getting it. And so the question is what do you want? Maybe we're going to go, what do I want for the next 30 days? What do I want out of the next 3 months? We don't have to go long game, right? Like, you know, I know for the month of May, I came into the month of May I can't wait to come to Fort McMurray. See you there, Karen. I came into the month of May being like, okay, I need to be outside more, right? I knew that. Why? It was because my anxiety was up. I wasn't sleeping great. I was feeling anxious. And I knew that I just needed to be more grounded, right? And so like that was my goal for May, is just try to get outside. And so far we've done a few walks up the beach. I've been getting my garden beds ready. We cleaned up the yard. And this goal has made me feel so familiar to myself again that everything else just went quiet, right? And so our goals do not need to be aspirational, right? It's like, what do I need right now? What am I needing right now? And it will look different for each of you, but how are you ever going to deliver it or create it for yourself if you're not even taking the time of what is it that I need, right? What is it that I need? And again, we all live very, very busy lives. But when you can determine what it is that you need, is my charger gonna fit? If you can determine what it is that you're going to need, then you can be creative in how bringing it in could be. If somebody said, oh, well, I just need to connect with nature. Well, I don't have time to take a vacation. I can't lay on a beach all week. Yeah, no shit. Most of us don't, right? But we could have the same effect by making 5 minutes here, going to a 20-minute walk there, sitting outside. It's still not super warm yet the other day, but the sun was tricking us. So I went and found it like a sheltered spot and put my chair there and pretended that it was 25 degrees, right? And those little moments have left huge impact on my energy and on my being. And so once you can identify what is it that you need, then you're able to give yourself moments of that. It's not just the extreme cases, right? You can find a version of that that's going to give impact. This all or nothing, or it's always these big things, is what keeps us in fear and keeps us not giving ourselves what it is that we need, okay? And so identifying it and then being open and flexible to creating some version of it is really very powerful in your story, okay? Relationships, again, you know, we're in a really big transition with relationships in this year, right? How we see them, how we show up in them. Some are coming in, some are dissolving. The dynamics and the roles that we play are forever changing. And so this week is no different, okay? This does seem to have an upswing, right? So more love, easier connection, easier communication, feeling seen, heard, and validated, which is such a reflection of the energy that we're in right now, because you have to understand when you're down and out and you're feeling spread too thin and you're feeling disconnected, most of the other people are too, whether they know it or not, whether they realize it or not, right? And so it is very interesting as we are moving through May and things are getting lighter and brighter and we're feeling that ease and that relief. So are other people, whether they have the awareness or not, right? And so this is definitely going to bring more ease in communications and connections and feeling loved and validated and saying yes to plans. How many times through the winter we're like, yeah, we'll go out to supper, and then we're like, no, it's cold out, right? And so like plans fell through a lot. Now we're kind of seeing it more sticking with it, right? We're kind of seeing it more of that connection and that ability to come out in that connection coming in. I know, like, this is driving me nuts because it looks like little cuts. Anyways, it is, I think it's sunburnt now that I'm looking at myself. And I'm sure you guys don't care, but I'm fixated on it. Anyways, like I said, things are coming out with more of that connection with the relationship. So that's really happy to see. A really wonderful time for new love. Right? So say yes to those dates, say yes to those new friendships, you know, kind of getting out, re-emerging out into the world again, it's just a really wonderful time for that. So yay for connection and love. Oh, what is this? Answer prayers and victory card? Yeah, I'm here for this. So something that we're really wanting to come through, wishes come true, your dreams become reality, a magical time in life, good fortune, faith in the universe that all is well. And then we come in with the victory card. Victory, wise choices that bring public recognition, success, promotions, awards, and scholarships. This is something that you've been praying for, something that you may be working towards, something that you've been really hoping that's going to line up. And I just heard you've been playing the long game. So this is a long time desire. This is a long time want, something that you've been manifesting and praying for, and finally it's coming into completion and it's coming in with success, and it is quite literally a reward. I love this. Oh, it also makes me feel very emotional. So not only is this wonderful externally, right? This could be love, this can be pregnancy, this can be birth, this can be material achievements. This is internal though. This is renewing your faith. This is reassuring you that everything that you have been through has been worth it. So this is wonderful externally, but it's really powerful internally as well. So dreams come true, victory, and then enjoying the fruits of your labor, hard work that has led to a beautiful life. And it is coming in a completion. So an ending that's bringing in a new beginning. And like you say, it's beautiful. I love when the external reflects the internal power and transformation. Okay, I love that. Positive outlook, another relationship card, right? New love. So new love is new lovers, new babies, new puppies, new kittens, new besties, new family members. Something new to love is new passion projects, new hobbies, new mindsets, new ways of being, okay? This is coming in with the Magician card, right? Magic is alive in your life. What you need to be a successful manifest. If you believe it, you can do it. And then the Star card as well. Beautiful cards. Have faith that the future is bright. Dreams come true. Positive changes that bring end to challenging times. The light at the end of the tunnel. I just heard this is the right decision. So this new opportunity, this new experience, this could be for you. This could be for someone that you love, right? And that we're making the right decisions and that this is the right path. And it is very, it's almost like I'm seeing twinkle lights. It's very much illuminated with divine intervention and divine guidance moving forward. And it has this breath of relief and it has this breath of excitement. And so we're really welcoming this. And again, especially for those who have family members and people that we love that are having challenging experiences, this is reflecting their growth. This is reflecting momentum for them. This is reflecting positive outcomes. So again, as we see them coming in for us here, we're also seeing it coming in for those who we love as well, or coming in a loving space. And that just seems so, like, it just grounded my energy. It seems so grounding, okay? And so I'm really happy to see that because, you know, it's hard for us to be so happy and proud of ourselves when others are struggling and suffering. And so it's really nice to see that it's in alignment for everyone, right? It's going to come, of course, in different variations and in different intensities, but it's like that light switch of hope, right? We're back on. We were a little hopeless, I'm not going to lie, for a while. It has been a really hard time, and we really had to fake it till we made it, right? With keeping optimistic and keeping looking for the positive and keeping looking for the silver lining. Now we're still going to use those tools, but it's going to be easier because there's going to be more positives readily available to us, which I am here for that, right? I am here for that. There is a key. We are flirting with the balance until about July 9th. So I don't know if that's a specific date for the astrologers on here, but I just saw the balance card come out, and then things move very quickly, and then we're into fear. And so what this is saying is that we're in a bit of a season where we're still a little bit day to day, right? We're still a little bit of seeking balance, okay? And so wanting to continue with flexibility. This is a big year of flexibility, right? Big year of adapting, flexibility, quick movement. And we're certainly seeing that since May. Right? The first 10 days of May is like a blink. April, like a blink, right? So things are still moving quick. We are in that horse year, and it doesn't feel like quick and completely overwhelming. It just feels like quick, right? So the days are going fast, the weeks are going faster, that type of thing. There are moments when this happens that it can very much put us into fear, right? And then when we're into ego, when we're into fear, we're doubting ourselves. We feel like our hands are tied. We feel like we don't have enough. We may bounce around with scarcity. I'm going to say it like this. It is not as fear-based, and it is not as doubt-filled, and it is not as scarcity mindset as 2025 was. And so it's almost like we're just kind of, you know, flirting with the line a bit. One days we're total in alignment. Other days we kind of slid a little bit. Just gently bring yourself back, right? That's all that we can do. What is it? Oh, something must be out. Well, you know what? I didn't drink water. today, I didn't get outside today, whatever it is for you, and just create that balance. Okay, we're not being harsh with ourselves anymore. We're not, this all or nothing mentality is not serving us ever. Never did, but we were gung-ho with it, weren't we? And so now it's kind of like, oh, let me realign with love. Oh, let me, bring in some balance. And there's less resistance to it, which is nice. A really great way to kind of combat that is focusing on gratitude, focusing on things that you love, keeping things simple. Even though it feels like our exterior world is expanding, maybe our jobs are changing, maybe our material objects are changing, car, home, things, job, income, ways of income. This does seem to be what's shifting and changing at this time, but yet you are still you. And your values are still your values, and your morals are still your morals. And no matter what your title is, or what size house you're in, or what rig you drive, you are still you. And whether that's on an upswing or a downswing, you are still you, and you're equally valuable no matter what. And so when we take that time to reground, when we take that time to stay to continue to prioritize what is important to you, what makes you feel like you, with the expansion that's happening around us, you can stay centered and you're not being whisked away. And it does combat that imposter syndrome. Okay. And so you are deserving of living the best life that you can live. Have the most money, the most love, the most connection that you can have. Everybody is deserving of that. We never want to downplay. Okay. But it is often hard for many to come to terms with that. And one of the best things that we can do is keep things simple for ourselves. Right? Keep things simple for ourselves. Don't play into that ego. Don't listen to that ego, whether it's bringing in doubt and fear or it's bringing in like a boasty type of energy, right? You want to stay centered and grounded, and then you're able to navigate whatever life throws at you, right? Think of a tree. We're thinking of, when I say grounded, I immediately imagine tree roots growing at the bottom of my feet, right? So no matter what wind the world throws at me, I'm centered and I'm grounded. Do I bend? Absolutely. But knowing what it is and having the ability to bring the tools and go, this is what I need. This is what I need right now. And allowing yourself to have it, it is so amazing, right? And oftentimes, like I shared earlier, it's not the big extremes that our ego loves to make for us. It is these simplistic, often God-given, provided by Mother Earth, that it is that we need. Checking in with yourself, going into the High Priestess, taking time to start your day quiet. Think of everything that we've been talking about the last couple of weeks really intensely of, watch what you are consuming media-wise, social media-wise. Watch what you're putting in your body. Watch what your mind is saying. Right? Start the day with gratitude, do some journaling, these things. So even when things all of a sudden are working out for us, because we're moving towards abundance and we're moving towards ease, we still want to take those practices forward with us so that we can allow ourselves to welcome the ease and to welcome it and trust it instead of self-sabotaging it, busying ourselves up and missing it, right? Because we feel unworthy of downtime or quiet time. You get to have balance. You get to have both sides of the coin, right? And oftentimes it is ourselves that prevents us from truly being present with it. And so having these practices included into our day-to-day life helps us when things are gray, but it helps us when things are working out and sunny too. Keeps us grounded and centered in it. And that helps us from, getting untethered. And so keeping that in mind, we tend to forget, right? When things are hard, we're really dedicated to like hunkering and down and doing the things. When things get good, we're excited and we're elated. We're in a higher vibration. Your practices are equally, if not more important, to maintain in that time as well. All right. Thank you guys so much I'm having a wonderful Mother's Day. So thank you. I see all of your comments coming in as you're joining. I hope that you're having a wonderful Sunday. And don't forget, Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, June 6th. I will be there for an in-person Messages from Spirit event. And June 19th in Sydney, Nova Scotia. All right. Have a wonderful week and I'll see you next Sunday.